Can you hear me?
Can you see me?
Hello.
Hey, you're not at work either.
No. Am I supposed to be at work?
No, I don't know.
No, just saying. No, because if I go down to Turlock, the data there is so bad
That
that
makes sense.
we wouldn't be able to actually do the call. Just saying.
That makes sense.
Could you go pick your mug just because people.
You see it? It's a Christmas present. It's the biggest one I have to fill the most coffee.
Nice.
Is Megan on it?
Not yet. Just us two so far.
I wonder if I'll be able to see everybody else on it.
Yeah. Should come up. Are you on your phone?
Yes.
Yeah, they come up like little. It should come up when like a little stream of everybody, okay. And when they talk, then they, it goes back and forth.
So yesterday, me, Katie, and Shelby didn't leave until like 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Like everybody and their mom came in. I forgot to tell you, Amy Nickel came in from Turlock.
Okay.
She called it like 6:45. Right? What?
She came in on Saturday and did her weigh-in?
Nope. She came in last night to do her weigh-in.
Oh. What?
Yeah, she just randomly called. She was like, I didn't make it on Saturday. Can I come in right now? When do you guys close? And I was like, well, our last class started 10 minutes ago. She was like, oh, I just have to do my weigh-in. And I was like, okay, well, we'll be here until 7. And she comes at like 7. And then I was like, oh my God. And then like 3 other random people came in to sign up for the 6-week challenge. And then like 3 other people had to do their weigh-in. It was chaotic.
So you have like 20.
We have like 21 people. Let me look at the list right now. We have a lot.
That's good because you're making up for the Turlock deficiencies.
Let's see. Oh, address. No, address book, groups. 21 people. Yep.
Nice. I think that might be our biggest one.
Mm-hmm. And then a lot of people last night did paid in fulls too.
Cool.
So I think everybody did actually.
That's good because the beginning of the month is like, rent. Just
rent, everybody's bonuses.
So yes.
How long are you going to wait for people to get on?
Well, it'll take them a few minutes because it's the first time, so they didn't actually realize that they were having to download some software and stuff.
I was just going to call the phone number, but then I was like, I'd rather do this.
Right.
That's
what Megan is trying to do.
Oh, this girl wants to know if she can drink. She has a raspberry ketone drink.
There's Megan, speaking of. Hello, Megan. Can you see us?
I can't see her.
You can't see her? I can see her.
I can't see her.
When you in the little oh, you're on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do it on the phone.
Oh, now I see her. Hi.
Hello.
Hey, and she's talking. Look and see that she comes up in the big thing when she talks.
Yeah, I had to scroll to the side on my app to see her.
That took forever to connect, by the way. Just saying.
Yeah, I figured that, especially the first one, because you have to like download the software and blobbity. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use my Ace bobblehead for a little stand. See?
Nice.
Okay.
Cool.
And then Laurent's supposed to be on it too, right?
Maybe, but he's not. Is he still there?
No.
Oh, he left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Laurent said he'd be on it. Who else said? Victor said he would be here, but it's a matter of hopefully he's, yeah. And then it might just be the 3 of us. Katie said she'd be on there.
Yeah, that's true. I think she might have forgot about it.
Yeah, it's the first one. So anyway, well, I put together a little PowerPoint presentation.
Oh, cool.
And I talked with the InBody guy today and talked him into, if we're all on board and we can get it going and everything, talked him into sending us a demo. So
that's pretty cool.
We could basically have it at our location and have people come in and try it out. And then once they try it out, we can basically say, hey, we really want to get you signed up. We do a little agreement for $110 for let's say a year, or $120, so it's $10 per, right? Well, I guess it'd be 110 because then it would be. But anyway, because they'd get 11 more, right? And then,
that makes sense. Like $10 a thing.
Yeah, and then, but if we can get 50 people between both locations, then that basically pays for the majority of it, and so that'll be exciting. So I've got to show you some of the stuff on that too. I
would pay for it.
So, and then, yeah, all right. So
okay, so what do you mean? What do you mean if everybody's on board? Like,
well, because it's not just something that the three of us can promote, and
or like that the trainers have to promote it too.
Yeah, the trainers have to really push it hard. What I'm thinking about doing is basically setting up like small groups, like on the passport program. If we were able to actually get the demo here before then, or even just talking about it, so we can actually get people scheduled, like in little 10-minute increments to come in, and then so they can do it, and then we can get an agreement on them, and then not charge them until we actually order the unit. You know?
Okay, that's a good idea.
So, but that way we can get everybody hopefully on board and really, but obviously it needs to be promoted super hard, you know, at the same time that we're doing the Bring a Friend promotion too.
Okay, yeah. So when are we starting that? Is that what we're gonna go over?
Yeah, because I was going to talk about it a little bit on the calendar page, but we'll give people 3 more minutes. How's that?
That works.
Just in case. So yeah, so like I really think we should start promoting the Bring a Friend on Monday, right? So there's text messages and all that stuff. By the way, did you try to use Scipio yesterday, Ashley?
Yeah.
It worked?
Yeah, it worked fine. Why?
Because it wasn't working in Turlock. Like on my computer either.
No, yeah, it was working all day. All day.
So nobody, and I figured it was just us for some reason.
Yeah.
I wonder if it has to do, well, the whole website just wouldn't come up in our location.
Really? No, yeah, the first time I logged in on, and then there was like 20 text messages, and then I sent out the text. So yeah, it worked for me all day.
Were you able to get on today, Megan? Or you've been there for 4 minutes?
She's busy.
So.
No, I haven't tried today.
Okay. Yeah. One of the things we'll have to do, you know how we have all the Scipio campaigns in there?
Yeah.
You can,
like copy them over.
Yeah, we'll have to like go in and copy them, probably just put them in a Word document. We'll be able to move them into our new CRM and all that stuff and have those be automated as well. And yeah, but I don't know how, I have no clue on how that works. I just see that people are doing that as well. So we can do a lot of the stuff that Scipio is doing, except in this other system with the automated lead nurture. So, which people are super loving, by the way.
I would love it.
Yeah. So.
Oh no.
Somebody's calling from South Carolina.
What?
Somebody's calling from South Carolina.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's important.
Oh. I was like, that's what's his name. Where did LeBron go to school?
Oh, Minnesota.
Oh, Minnesota.
Yeah.
You're busy.
Yeah, it's the same person again.
Oh, it's a toll-free call this time.
Yay. So, anyway, 1 more minute. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and remember, I'm recording.
Okay.
I'm just saying. You weren't doing anything weird. I'm just saying.
I was just scratching my nose. That's not weird.
No, I'm not. I'm fine with it. Look, I scratched my nose too now. Especially now that you said scratch your nose. I'm gonna look like I'm on crack. Anyway, all right.
Okay.
So here's our Zoom call of the week. This is an intention, so everybody who works at Fit Body Bootcamp can get in here. I'm going to post this in our Facebook group, as well as I'm going to post it in our training website, which I did a bunch of videos yesterday, and I'm going to continue to do videos. Our training website for all the employees, which nobody really goes into, is going to be a resource that everybody needs to get into. And you know what I mean? So anyway, a lot of this I'm going to be saying, I feel like I've talked to both of you about before, but since nobody else is on the call, I'm going to repeat myself and stuff so they can get all that information as well. Does that make sense?
How are you going to make sure people are watching this?
That's one of the things I'm trying to figure out. Like, I think basically if they aren't on the call, text me that they've watched it inside of 48 hours or something like that.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Sense? So, but I don't, that's just me brainstorming. I don't know, like, but I think that's pretty simple. Like, hey, I watched it. It's going to be at 30 minutes. I don't want to go over that ever.
Yeah.
So
I don't either.
And then we need to figure out what information we want to bring, like what helps everybody. You know what I mean? As far as like how many leads that we got, or how many new people we got, or like what information people want to make them feel like they're getting the right information. Like
okay, that makes sense.
Promotions or whatever.
That would help if they were on the call, so they could tell us.
Well, yeah. So they'll watch it afterwards, and they'll maybe text it. I did talk to one person in Legacy Group about doing, like they do 3 things as far as their calendar is concerned, because we've been talking about putting up like a calendar for all of our clients in the gym. So they have a big calendar they only do a 30-day, but I really think we should do like a 90-day calendar, and just literally have it all out for the rest of for a big long time. They also do an email to everybody, like an email blast once a month, like, hey, here's what's happening at the gym.
That's a good idea.
And then they also have it in their Facebook group as well. So I think we need to start working on all 3 of those, because communication isn't just amongst us, but it also needs to be amongst, between us and our clients. And I think that'll help us do better on our internal plays and the attendance of everything, because people will be able to plan ahead. So that makes sense?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Whew. Thank you. Then we just need to decide there's several on there. And if we have time, I want to try to end this at 10:30. So I'm going to jump into my PowerPoint presentation.
Yes.
And so here's our weekly team huddle. Oh, wait, you can't see that because I'm not smart enough. I brought it up for me. I didn't actually share the screen first. So, boop. And share. All right, now can you see it?
Yep.
Yes.
Yay!
Make my screen bigger. Hang on.
All righty, so I'm just going to leave it like here, so if I want to take notes in it, I can. All right, so basically the team huddle every Tuesday at 10 a.m. unless we, as a group, decide we need to move it somewhere else. Here's our client-centric mission, and you guys can't see that entirely because couldn't see it entirely. How's that going, Ashley?
Not good.
All right, so can you see the whole thing there, the client-centric mission?
Yeah.
It says we help people who are finally serious about recapturing their health for the rest of their lives. We guide them day to day to give them every tool they need to achieve optimal health, fitness, nutrition, and most importantly, accountability. Our clients fall in love with themselves again and find a healthy lifestyle is easier than they ever thought it could be. And we will know because our clients spread their enthusiasm for that healthy lifestyle like wildfire. Everyone they meet can see it in their healthy glow on their face, of the healthy glow of their face every single day. So what I really want is all of us, like if somebody says, hey, what do you do at Fit Body Bootcamp? All of us would be able to basically just say that every single time. Does that make sense?
Yeah. There was somebody that came in yesterday and she was like, oh my God, you're so nice and outgoing. Are you a trainer? And I'm like, that's nice of you.
See?
But then she was like, I'm going to come back tonight. And then she didn't because I was there all night.
Well,
That was above her.
it's all right. I'm not sure what that had to do with our client-centric mission.
Yeah.
So, all right, here we go. So, here's some of the things that I want to make sure that we are communications system. So it's our weekly huddle, our Facebook group. I'm going to have the training portal. It's going to have these videos in there. We're going to have our book studies. I was thinking about, as opposed to me buying an individual book for everybody every single time, I'm going to basically buy like 2 or 3 at each location and basically have like a little library. So basically people can check the book out.
Yeah.
And then bring it back and go on to the next book. Because we've got 5 books so far that are on the book study list. I think it's 5, maybe 4. And every one of those, and I'm going to add one more as well. So, and then
A lot of catching up to do.
yeah, that's all right. And basically what it comes down to from a team standpoint is I want everybody who works for Fit Body Bootcamp to continually work on their personal development. And that's not just with communication with clients, although that's really where I want us to start, because I think that's the most important part, is how we communicate with our clients and everything, but also with personal development, finances, and a bunch of other things. So I'm going to add things to the book study as well. So the other thing I'm going to do is every position is going to have a daily checklist, and basically expect every single person to fill out their daily checklist. It's going to be paper. So if there's something you want to add or change, then you just write it on there, and we'll have kind of a checks and balances system. So everybody's kind of checking all of them. But then for me, not necessarily being in a location, I should be able to walk in the door and look through the last few days and see exactly what's going on and everything that's been, been going on.
Like a binder or something?
Yeah, binder or
per position or per person.
What was that?
Like per position or like per person? Like Katie and Chubba will have their own binders.
No, I think just per shift. So like or per, like there'll be one for the trainers, and then maybe we'll have one, and maybe my guess is it's not going to be that long. So my guess is like it could be 1 page for each day for like the trainers. It'll be like morning.
Okay, that makes sense.
And that way they could check it and initial off, like, hey, I did all these things, and initial it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, and then obviously texting, like, hey, here's all the things just on a day-to-day basis. Here's how many people came. I got these things done. Now, we may be able to do away with the texting once we have the daily checklist, but for now, we're going to do both until we prove that we can actually communicate and everybody knows exactly what's going on. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Do I have to make the checklist, or you have them done?
I'll get the basics done, but I'll get with both of you to see what ideas you have on, because one of the things I want to add to it that I don't have on the list yet is like what needs to be cleaned at what time. And to me, I want to get things done there's certain things I want done every day, but I also, at this point in time, not everybody's a full-time person, so it's there's not time necessarily for everybody to do everything at every session.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I want to be mindful of that, but also make sure that we're getting everything done in the gyms as much as we can.
Okay.
So here's the next one. Here's our goals. And I didn't change this. I'm not sure. This 61 probably is, as of May 1st, it's probably like in the 75 range interlock.
Yeah, it should be.
But obviously, anyway. So our goal, what I want, like just our short-term goal, is I want to get us to 200 boot campers, and then 20 HTP, which is the high ticket program. And then I want to have a 97% retention rate, meaning that we only have 3% or less leave us on a monthly basis. And truthfully, this 85% number that I put in here is just kind of a guesstimate. I bet you there's been times when it's been higher. You know what I mean?
It's been lower, yeah.
But at this point in time, even though we're not super efficient at it, I am comfortable with our lead flow. And once we have our automated lead nurture And I mean, you have 21 people doing the 6-week challenge. We never used to get 21 people doing a 6-week challenge. I would advertise
Or
for
even anything, to be honest, not even a Groupon.
So at this point in time, the inflow is working. It's the outflow that we need to, like, you know, fill up. We need to go get some of that spray stuff, that rubber spray stuff, and like spray it in the bottom of our boat, because we're leaking. I still feel like we're leaking too much. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But that's why we're on this calls and making a bunch of different changes. So it's our other goal to get 10 referrals per location per month. I think last month we got 3 people that signed up as referrals in Manteca. I don't think we got any that signed up as referrals in Turlock. And if we did, part of the problem is we didn't record it, right? So we don't know for a fact. And then I want each location to basically sell at least $5,000 in supplements. Now, I think I sold $50 worth of supplements this week to April, or last week to April. We don't actually have our supplements for sale yet, but that's one of my goals. Like, that's coming once Gym Legacy has that, and we'll have a whole system for that and everything. But that's just kind of for the future. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right, then here is our 90-day calendar. Now, in the training portal I have a whole video where I talk through this entire thing, but if you look at it real quick, it has the 6-week challenge followed by 3 weeks of marketing to HTP, and then it goes right back into the 6-week challenge for 9 weeks. Effectively, for our external marketing, that's exactly what I'm going to do every single time. I just don't see any reason to try to make things harder with like a 28-day or a 21-day.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah, especially since we have all the systems down and stuff.
Right. And so it always fits in the same one. And then people don't, from an external standpoint, barring whatever is coming to us from
Headquarters.
Yeah, headquarters, everybody will know exactly what's going on, right? And so we either know it's HTP or we know it's the EFT. Now, for now, we're leaving it at 347, but I just there was a lady who posted it last night, one of the people who was on automated lead nurture, and had 20 people come in, and she signed up 14 for $699 on a 6-week challenge.
Wow.
So part of me is, and we can talk about that in future ones, but part of me is like, that's huge, right? That's a lot of cash flow all of a sudden. And anyway, so this is basically the 6-week challenge and what it looks, or the 90-day calendar and what it looks like. We also have internal plays, so we're going to do like our Big Booty Boot Camp, obviously pushing referrals, and then we're going to do next week. We'll start a Bring a Friend, which is basically going to be a 1-hour nutritional consultation with everybody in a big group, followed by 4 weeks of partner workouts for an hour. And then if you're a member, obviously you can come, whatever your membership is, whether it's 3 times a week or unlimited. And if you're not the member, then you can come in 3 times a week to our regular boot camp, and we'll end up just charging. Basically, if you're a member, it's going to be the 28-day program is going to be $150 if 2 members pair up to do it. So it's going to be more expensive for 2 members to pair up. But if you bring a friend, then it's $99 each. So the friend from outside and it's a 28-day program. So it's really, well, it's more than 28 because there's going to be the 1 week of nutritional consultation and then 4 workouts. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so the first week is going to be the nutrition consultation week, and they get the actual boot camp workouts as well?
Yeah. So I guess we can leave it at 5 weeks. I mean, might as well let them come in, and then they'll have 4 workouts sessions. And I guess the very last week will be like that. Let's say the workouts are, let's say the whole consult and the 5 1-hour sessions, including the nutritional consult, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 workouts with it are partner workouts. That'll be the 28 days, but like the first one and then the last team workout will be the last one. So they don't come in the rest of the week. Like if it was on Monday, they wouldn't come in.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Unless they signed up as a member. Obviously, the idea is to get them all signed up as members.
Yeah. Okay. And then is there like a suggested time that those should happen? Because I think the nutrition consult should happen at the same time as the actual class for consistency.
Right.
But then is there like a suggested time like PM or AM or just Well, are we having different options?
Well, really it's per location. So like whoever we decide wants to do this and take this on, right, for the whole thing, is the person that can decide the time. My guess is in Manteca or in Turlock, it's going to be Monday nights. Although LeRon has switched that up, so it could be like he's not doing Mondays, so it could be Tuesdays. I don't care what day; it just needs to be one day consistently.
Well, it can't be the night of the orientation either. So,
right. Yeah. Which might open up too. So with our automated lead nurture, which I haven't talked about, but we have a whole system that's coming on board on Wednesday and Thursday. So Wednesday, I'm going to set it up for Turlock, and then Thursday for Manteca, or vice versa. I don't know. Anyway, and but that will their intention or their suggested number of orientations is 3. So we will probably end up having to add some orientations. So what I'm thinking about doing is having Katie and Martin do the orientations that they've done. So like on Wednesday and Thursday, then the opposite day, meaning the opposite Wednesday, or so like in Turlock, I do Wednesday, I would do like an afternoon orientation or a morning orientation, and then do an evening orientation. That way there's 3 in a week. Mm-hmm. And then in the other location, I would do that same thing, do like an afternoon and then the evening one as well. So each location has 3.
Okay.
I'm sure that their suggestion is that you do one of the orientations on a Saturday, and we might get there. I just don't feel like at this point in time, our staff would be open to that without a mini revolt. Because I feel like everybody's kind of already because before we started doing the 6-week challenge, we weren't doing a lot of Saturday stuff, and now we do, like on a consistent basis, which is I think a natural expectation if you work in a service industry at a gym. But we got to still work toward that. I honestly believe that should be a standard expectation if you work at a gym. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's the calendar. I'm going to have a video on that in the portal. So and I'm going to post a link to that.
When does this calendar start?
Well, real quick as far as the HTP, as soon as each location basically has set in stone 100 members, like paying, then we'll start advertising the HTP. But I mean, effectively, and then the bring a friend we'll start marketing that on Monday. So we'll market it for 2 weeks, right? See how it says market for 2 weeks, and then it'll actually start on like this one right here. And then this down here where it says Ashley, like that's the first one. And then I'm not sure. Have you called or decided what you wanted to do?
No, I'm gonna call them tomorrow because it's on my list of things to do.
Okay. So
just to see, I'm pretty sure I'll just have to call them like the day before to reserve lanes or something, because I don't think you can do it that far in advance.
I would call them and make sure that you're in advance, because that's one of the things about this whole calendar is if it's all the way out in advance, we can get everything set up way in advance.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's why I'm just gonna call them.
Right. So our intent at this point is on the 20th or that weekend to actually have a bowling night for our Manteca location, and then Megan, whatever you want to do the next week.
Megan, you should have a cupcake party.
Cupcake party?
Or like how to decorate cupcakes class.
Mm.
Look at that excitement.
Really not that fun.
It's not that fun. Yeah, but people don't know that until they get there.
That's funny.
So, but here's the deal. There's a list on the calendar. There's a list of these things. I'm open to any idea. And then basically, if you have an idea, we'll pass it around the group. And if it's good to go, then we'll do it. It doesn't mean, my hope is that not every single event is like a cash outlay event. You know what I mean? Like there's things like doing a hike or whatever, or be basically minimal, cash outlays. But what I really have come to believe and find out is I can't plan all these things myself and make them happen on a consistent basis. So anybody who works for Fit Body Bootcamp is expected to do like an event. And then you might end up doing, depending on how many people work at a location, you might end up doing like 3 or 4 or 5 a year, but it's not that, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. And we can wrap them around charity every time too, like whatever you want to do. So if there's a specific thing you want to do, kind of like we did the Turlock one where we did the burpee thing.
Oh yeah, we had to do that in Manteca too.
Yeah, so we could do that in Manteca. We could, and that could be part of this event thing too all the time, right? Every 21 days where we're doing something like that. So does that make sense?
Is the passport program on the 90-day calendar as well?
It's not on this calendar, which I could add that. Like basically I want to have that basically be a start date every single month. So we just have one day at each location where we do like an evening, and it doesn't have, like I have it in Turlock, I have it set up for a Sunday evening. It could
You
be
have it for the 8th?
Was that? Yeah.
You have it for the 8th?
Yeah. And so it could be that, or it doesn't matter, right? It could be anywhere. But so it's we have a start date that's once a month, because I don't want it to be like every week that we're starting it.
Do you want to do it like on the same date, like a physical date, or like the same like first Saturday, second Saturday, or whatever?
Yeah, I don't care. Whatever
Whatever
you guys want to do at a location, doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
I do want to train everybody on how to basically go through it. So like the easiest way to do that, like this first time, is I'm going to ask everybody who works in Turlock to come, so you can actually watch me do the presentation on the passport program, so you at least get the nuts and bolts in your head. But it's my expectation that everybody should be able to train a member on exactly what's expected of them to do the passport program.
Cool.
That way nobody can come to me and be like, I don't know what's going on, or I don't, everybody should know. All right, let's see what's next. Oh, here's the shift checklist. So like, here's one for the trainers. This is just off of the 4Rs document that I just cut and pasted on there. So I'll make one that actually they can initial here. So we know exactly who did it. What they did. But that's kind of the checklist. What time is it? Oh, I went over. Why didn't you guys tell me I went over? Well, we wasted 10 minutes waiting for people, so it wouldn't take that long. So here is our a new hire funnel. So here's the link. This link happens to be in the pinned post in our private Facebook group at the very bottom. And if you guys refer somebody that we hire, I'll give you $100. So, but the caveat to that is, don't just like tell me that you're referring somebody, right? Because otherwise, if somebody like applies and then you happen to see that they applied, you know what I mean?
That's cheating.
Yeah. So I need to know in advance that you actually referred them, or else you're not getting your $100.
If they totally suck, do we have to pay you back?
If they suck, no. That's my fault at that point.
They have to make it. Are you going to be doing like a 90-day probationary period?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I think Megan still fits into that, by the way.
What?
Megan still fits into that, by the way.
Really?
No, not really. Well, maybe for officially being like the admin, but she was the scheduler for a long time before that. It's been like 6 months almost now, right?
Megan's been amazing from the beginning, so.
Pretty much.
Thank you.
I was telling her yesterday that like I feel like she's my luckiest hire ever. She
really is, though. Like everybody else you hired that used to work out there did not work out, and then Megan's like an angel.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I think I suck at remembering things, so it would be cool if on the 90-day calendar we could put the themes of the week as well.
Yeah, we could put that. So let me see if I can't pull it up without embarrassing myself. Wait,
you can almost like turn your screen off and then do it that way.
That's all right. Since we're here, let me show you.
Because in that way, too, then the trainers can just look at it and every Monday morning and be like, oh, here's the theme of the week. We don't have to like figure it out last minute.
Yeah, no, I agree. So, oh, here's all the different calendars because I was looking at them.
I don't see it.
You can't see them? Oh, I think I'm sharing the wrong thing. Hang on. I don't know what I'm doing now. Share. Hold up. Why am I? All right, I'm gonna stop.
I mean, we don't have to see it.
No.
Oh my God, this is the worst angle.
What?
This is like the worst angle. Oh well.
You can choose which window on your that you're actually sharing. You can choose what you're sharing, and I was sharing the wrong thing.
Oh, cool.
All right, so there's.
So we would have to get one for each month, right? So 3 per location.
Yes, so that was what I think. This one is 2 by 3. Twice, but anyway, so it's 2 feet, whatever, or 3 feet across, which I think is actually, by 2 feet tall, and we can get 3 of those for each location. But they have a bunch.
And then like once 1 month is over, we'll just move it to the other side and then just start a new month. That's perfect.
Or there's this one, although this ends up being a little bit smaller.
I don't like it.
Yeah, have you actually looked at it?
Well, I saw that there's 4.
Yeah, so it's 38 inches across. So it's basically like the same size, but it's 4. So you'd end up kind of rotating. But the other one, if you had 3 separate ones, you could literally like take the one that's at the bottom, like move it up.
I think 3 is more digestible to see to our members than 4. They would just be like, I'm never looking at that because it's too much information.
Right. So, and I think
the calendar would help me so much.
Well, yeah. Let's see here. So that's the one that I have in here. 24 by 36, erasable. Although this one's less expensive.
That's fine. It's like the same exact thing. I love the stock of that girl. Like, you don't write like that.
Yeah.
Nonsense.
So, right. So we
Cool.
write the month in there, and then it has all that going on. It's 3 feet across.
Does that one have bigger squares than the other one?
Bigger squares. What do you mean?
Yes, the month square. So we'll put the date and I think having a little bit bigger squares will be helpful. Like, so you can write a little more legibly and a little more info. You know what I mean?
Are you talking about the square, like
the date squares?
That little tiny one?
No.
Like the little clear.
Like where it's lines, like the rest of the square for Sunday.
Okay, you mean the square with all the lines?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bigger than the one. Like there is a bigger one. Like
This one bigger than the other one?
Well, this one is 24 or 36 inches across, so it's easier to write in.
Okay.
I did find one that is like bigger than that in here, but
I don't mind to be too big. Well, because there's also not that much room in Manteca to begin with.
Yeah, so I was like, where are we going to put this? Where it's.
I mean, we can put them where those other 2 whiteboards are now. Just replace those 2 whiteboards with this.
Right. So there's more wall space in
Sherlock. But then again, if we move around the office the way you were saying, then we can put it right there where we're going to move, like. No, that was.
Where we. Well, actually, what's sitting there? Oh, where the refrigerator is?
Yeah.
Like with food in Manteca, you could put it there, like on that wall.
But then I don't know where we would move the fridge. We would have to move it. I don't know. I think if we just for now, if we're not moving the back, we'll just put them where those 2 whiteboards are already. And then the trainers will be like, oh, here's what we have coming up, and they can just look at the calendar and say more than the one thing.
Right. So, all right. Well, I'll get these ordered if
Cool.
everybody's okay with this size. Cool.
Yep.
All right, I'll get those ordered, and we can get those all written out. Hopefully, have them up by Monday, and then.
Okay. For the Bring a Friend promo, do we have all the marketing stuff, or do I have to like download it?
We'd have to download it and stuff, but it's in here.
Okay. So then I'll have to get with Katie and Bree and Greg and Shelby and see who wants to do it and then when they want to do it.
Yes.
Okay. So it's just one. Are we only doing like one option instead, like how with the big booty we had 3 different options? For this one, are we just doing like one class time?
Yeah, part of the reason I had 3 options before is because I just didn't know what was going to work.
Yeah.
I think we should just pick an evening, Monday.
Yeah, it has to be an evening because the morning one only had one person, and Saturday was a big group, Saturday at 10 a.m. But we can't really do that if we're having orientations as well.
Yeah.
So
For now, I
okay.
think just an evening, and it'll be, we'll do it it'll be pairs. So like it'll be up to maybe it'll be kind of a relay based workout.
Mm-hmm.
So like in Manteca, you could have 20 people doing it.
Are there already workouts done, or the trainers are just going to make whatever workout they want?
I'd have to double check to see if there's already programming done. If not, it really is just kind of working up a whole bunch of different partner workouts.
Yeah, which isn't too bad.
No, it would be easy to do. So, and we can literally do things like, like what do they call those? Walking with weights.
Like farmer walks.
Yeah, farmer walks and things like that, back and forth. I mean, there's tons of different things like you could do for that stuff. So.
Yeah.
All right. So, and then this week, let me know what information you think you guys, because what I want to do in this call is have you guys basically bring information each week. So it's not just me talking every time. It's like, hey,
Okay.
what happened in Sherlock? Here's what happened in Manteca. That makes sense?
Yeah.
All right.
Is that what you're waiting for right now, or are we ending the call?
No, I was going to end the call because
Okay.
we're on to 45 minutes now. Although that's about a half an hour.
Yeah, since we waited for we didn't start until like 10:13, so.
Yeah. So cool.
Cool. Okay. So you're gonna post this in the group and then tag everybody or text them to be like, oh hey, watch the video, and then text me when after you've watched it.
Right, and then I'll upload it into the client or training portal each month or each week. So it'll end up being this gargantuan website. But hey, whatever. So, all right.
Okay.
Thank you. Any questions?
Have you updated that calendar since then, or since the one you've already emailed me and Megan?
Yes. I put the dates on like the events days for everybody.
Okay. Can you email that to us?
Yes. I will.
Okay. Okay.
All
Cool.
right.
And then I guess we'll just write me and Megan can figure out at the end of the week and just write it in on the That's fine. Okay.
So,
Okay, sounds good.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Megan? Any questions?
Nope.
All right. Any answers?
All of them.
All the answers.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll see you in a little bit, Megan. We'll fix that office.
All right.
All right. See you guys.
Bye.
Okay, bye.